If you're new to the Samsung Galaxy A17, this is the video for you. I've shot a ton of videos on this phone and I've put them into one big comprehensive video I call the new user guide. So let's go ahead and get into it so you can learn everything you need to know to learn how to use this phone. On the right side of the phone, you'll find the volume up and volume down buttons, and you'll also find your power button and your fingerprint reader. Now, pressing this button one time will put the phone to sleep. Pressing it again will wake it up. And once you program the fingerprint sensor, you can use this to simply tap and wake up the phone using your fingerprint. At the bottom of the phone, you will find your charging port, which is a USB-C charging type. And what you'll notice is that it does not have a port to plug in your traditional headphones with an aux port. However, with an adapter just like this, you can plug this USB-C in right at the bottom, and then it will give you a full aux port, and it will give you another USB-C port so you can charge while you're listening to your music. So I'll link this one on screen right here in case you guys want to look up one. If you have those older headphones, this is how you can continue to use them, even though the phone no longer has an aux port. Now, one quick note, this phone is not going to come with the wall charger in the box. It only comes with the USB-C cable. So you can get these pretty inexpensive, around $15 to $20. But instead of just buying the regular wall adapter, I would recommend you get this, this is a multi-port travel charger. So you can actually use the cable in the box to plug in and charge your phone right here. And it's going to allow you to charge up to the 25 watts, which is the fastest speed you can charge. It also has a retractable USB-C cable at the top here. So you don't even need to carry the cable that the phone comes with. Just carry this one charger here and you'll be able to retract it, charge, and then retract it back. So it's light, it's compact. And you have another USB-C port right here too. So you have a USB-C and a regular USB port. So you can charge your phone, your Bluetooth earbuds, and even a Bluetooth speaker all at the same time. So anyway, if you want to grab this, this is a much better value and it's around the $30 price point. I'll link it up here if you want to check it out. That was a quick tour of the exterior of the phone. Now let's talk about how to get into the phone and talk about how to navigate the screen. So, the phone is asleep right now, so if I want to wake it up, I can simply double tap like this, and this will wake up the screen. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to drag it up the screen. You can drag it up or drag it down the screen, it doesn't matter. And that's how you unlock the phone. Now, right now the phone doesn't have a passcode on it. Later on in the video, I will show you how to secure it with a passcode, and we'll go over how to set up the fingerprint reader. And at that point, when you try to unlock the phone, when you swipe, it will prompt you to then either put in your passcode or use your fingerprint to get into the phone. Now, this is the home screen. This is the main screen of the phone. This is where a lot of the basic functions are going to happen. Now, at the bottom of the screen here, you'll see three buttons. You'll have a home button, a recent apps button, and a back button. Now, let me explain what these three buttons do. The home button basically takes you back to this screen, which is your home screen. So for example, if I were to go into the call app, which is app is short for application, you'll hear me use that term a lot. So whenever I say app, think of how computers have programs, phones have applications or apps for short. So if I go into the phone app and I want to get back to the home screen, all I need to do is tap on this home button at the bottom and it will take us right back to the home screen. If I go into my web browser, this is how you go on the internet, Google Chrome. If I go into Chrome and I want to go to websites, I can simply tap on the Chrome icon. I'm here. I'm bypassing some of these settings here. Now I'm in my web browser. And when I'm finished and I want to go back to the home screen, I'm going to press my home button and it'll take me back to the home screen. So that's all that button does. It takes you to the home screen. It does have a few other functions, like you can use it to launch a circle to search function, and also you can use it to grab text off your screen. Now I go into that a lot more in my part 2 video for this, so make sure you stay tuned and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss when that second video comes out. Now to the right here, we have what is called the back button. This takes you back one step, and usually you're going to use it when it comes to menus. Let me show you an example of when you would use it. Now I'm going to swipe up or take my finger and drag it up the screen like this. This will take me to what is called my app drawer, and this is where you'll find all the apps that are currently on the phone. Okay. Now I want to go to the settings app, so I'm going to look for the wheel and tap on settings. And then let's say I go into camera cutout and I'm just going into the menu and I'm looking at different things. If I want to go back one page of the menu, I'm going to hit the back button. If I want to go back another page of the menu, I'm going to hit the back button again. That's all this button does. It just helps you go back one page or one step. Now, I'm on the main screen of the settings app now, so there's nowhere else to go. So if I hit the back button again, it's going to take me out of the app and back to the home screen. So that's all this does. It just helps you take one step back, usually in menus. And this last button to the left here, this is your recent apps button. Whenever you open up one of these little apps here and you go back to the home screen, the app does not automatically close. It stays open until you close it. So for example, if I tap on recent apps, you'll see the settings app because we were just here. And if I want to go back to settings, I can simply tap here and it'll take me right back to the settings menu and I can pick up where I left off. Now, if I press it again and swipe over, I'm going to see my web browser because remember we went to Google Chrome, so I can go back to that and keep browsing. And here's our phone dialer. I can go right back to that as well. So these apps don't close when you go back to the home screen. If you want to actually close them out, you actually have to go to this menu and then you have to drag up. And this is how you close out the things that are running in the background of the phone. Okay, you can also press the close all. This will close all the apps that are currently running in the background of the phone. This is a great tip to help keep your phone running smooth and quick. Next, I want to do a quick overview of all the things you see on the home screen right now. So we already went over the phone app. This is the dialer. We're going to use this to make phone calls. And I'll go over later on in the video how to make calls and also how to answer the phone. So stay tuned for that. This is your text messaging app. You're going to use this to send and receive text messages. This is your web browser. So if you want to go on the internet and look for a specific website, you would tap on Chrome and then you would type in the www.aol.com or whatever website it is that you want to go to. Now this is your camera icon. This takes you right to the camera to be able to take pictures and take videos. I'll also go over the camera in more in depth later on in the video so you'll know how to open it, how to take pictures, and you'll also know where your pictures are saved after you take them. Now, these two icons here, these are stores, and those are basically for when you want to download new apps on your phone. Maybe you want to download a Lyft or an Uber or Uber Eats or Postmates, or maybe you want to find a great solitaire game. You would do that using these two apps here. This is where all the digital apps are stored that you can download and save to your phone, and then you can play or interact with, when you have the time. This is a folder that has Google apps, so you'll find a lot of really useful apps here. This is your Gmail app. We'll go over this later as well, and that's how to basically set up your email and then be able to send and receive messages. This is your Google Maps. You use this when you want to go somewhere. Maybe you want to go to the local grocery store or you want to find a good food restaurant. You would open up Google Maps and you can either put in the address that you want to go to, or you can type in the name of the business and it will show you all of the ones that are available in your area. This is YouTube, which is great for watching free videos. This is your Google Drive. This is like your online storage. If you want to save files or pictures or videos, you can back them up to Google Drive and then you can access them on your computer. This is YouTube Music, and that's basically for when you want to listen to music. You can go in there. It is a free app, but if you choose to pay, you can remove commercials. So if you want to listen to music commercial free, you can do it through here, or you can listen. You would just need to, go through the commercials. Google TV is another free service you can use to watch a free TV program that's online. Google Meets is for when you want to do like a Zoom, but it's Google's version of Zoom. And this is your Google Wallet right here. You can basically add a credit card or debit card to your phone and you can pay with it using the Google Wallet. And then you have Gemini, which is your AI assistant. So these are just some of the things you'll see on the home screen. Now, this is called a widget. Now, these are basically little things you can add to your home screen that gives you quick snapshots of information. So for example, this is the weather widget. Now, this is linked right now to my location. So it basically is giving us the weather in Washington. And you can have this, basically linked to where you are. So it'll always give you up-to-date weather information. Here is our calendar widget. So we know we have the current date. And this is actually your Samsung Health widget. Now, this is really great because you can set this up so you can track your steps on your phone. So this will basically track whenever you're moving, and then it will give you a step count right here. You would simply need to just tap on start, and then you can set up your health profile, and then it will begin to track your steps whenever you make movement. You can also set a daily goal, and it will let you know how close you are to the goal. The last thing here is we have our Google search box here. If you want to search for something online, the easiest way to do it is tapping in this box and typing what you want to search for, or you can tap on the microphone and you can just say it. I can tap the microphone and basically say, hey, when do the Lakers play again? And it will give me their game schedule. So these are all the things you'll find on your home screen. Okay, next, let's go into the notification panel. This is another important point in terms of navigating your phone. So take your finger and you're going to drag it or swipe down the screen. This will bring up what is called your notification panel. Now here's how this works. If you swipe down on the left side of the phone, it'll bring up your notifications, and this is basically everything from a missed call to an app notification. For example, maybe you got a Facebook notification or you even got a text message. These will all show up in this menu. Now, if you swipe down on the right side of the phone here, it'll bring up what is called your quick settings panel. And here you can control a lot of the most frequently used settings on the phone. For example, connect to your Wi-Fi or turn off your Wi-Fi. You're going to toggle this on and off just by tapping it. If you want to connect to a new Wi-Fi network, you're going to take your finger and long press. And this will actually bring up your Bluetooth menu and then allow you to then select a brand new network to connect to. Now, here we have a few other important things. Your Bluetooth toggle to turn Bluetooth on and off. You have your GPS as well right here. So GPS, your flashlight, if you want to use your rear camera, you can use it as a flashlight when you toggle this setting on. And you also have your volume control. So if you'd like to first of all, make sure your phone is on full sound. You want to make sure this shows this icon, the speaker. If I tap it once and it has the slash over the speaker, this means my phone is on vibrate. And if I tap it again and it's grayed out, that means guess what? My sound is now totally off. My phone is not going to ring or vibrate when I get a call, text message, or notification. And if I tap it again, it will turn the sound back on, and then I'll be able to hear all the notifications that come through. You can also control your sound or video volume right from here with this adjustment bar right here. Now, here you have your brightness adjuster. If you want to make your screen brighter or dimmer, you can control this little toggle right here. And then here we have our dark mode, which changes all your menu colors from light to dark. You'll notice my Google search bar is now dark, and now my menu is dark. So you can toggle all of that using this switch right here. And then you have some other options. If you're playing music, you'll have music controls right here. You can use this to mirror your phone to your TV if you want to play something from your phone to the TV. And you've got some other cool settings down here. So the next thing is this section right here. This has just a couple of important shortcuts. But if you take your finger and you swipe down in this section, swipe down, it brings up even more shortcuts to other important settings. So you can go through here and find a lot of other cool things you can use to just tweak your settings. Now, another thing you'll find in this section is in the upper right corner, this wheel all the way to the upper right is a shortcut to get to your settings menu. And this button here is your toggle to actually restart the phone or turn it off. When I tap on this button here, you'll see I have an option to restart the phone, power it off, or even to trigger what's called an emergency call. So all that is found in the notification panel. You do have to swipe down on the right side of the screen here. So the camera is here, you'll swipe to the right, and that brings up this menu. And if we swipe to the left of the camera, it just brings up those notifications. All right. Now, so far, if you're getting value out of this video and learning a lot of great new things, can you stop and bump that like button down below? I definitely appreciate you doing that, and it helps to let YouTube know that you are learning and getting value from the video, and it will encourage them to push it out to more people. If you see a button that shows up as well that says hype, tap that button as well and hype the video, and that will also help to push it to more people. That is the one ask I have for you, and I'd appreciate you doing that. Okay, I wanted to make one more note about controlling the sound. So we talked about when you swipe down from the right side here, how you have this toggle right here to go from sound off to sound on to vibrate. And you have this controller right here for the sound for like music or for videos. But another way to control your sound is by tapping on the volume up and volume down, just like this. If I tap volume up, it'll bring up this menu, and then I tap on the three dots right at the top. And this brings up a more expansive menu that allows you to control a lot of other settings when it comes to your sound. Let me show you again because it will go away quickly. Tap on the volume up button or volume down, and then right at the top of the menu, there's three dots. But again, it goes away quick. So let's do it again. Volume, and then three dots at the top. This is our menu. Okay, this first option here is for the system menu. So this is as you're toggling through the system, you'll hear little sounds. So that's the first volume. This next one is for notifications. So that's when a text message or when an app notification comes through, how loud that little ping sound is going to be. The third one is going to be for your Google Assistant or your AI assistant, Gemini. So this can control how loud the assistant can talk. This is for the ringtone. If you want to make your phone ring louder, you would toggle this all the way up, or want to be somewhere at the top, or if it's too loud, you want to bring this down. Then the last one here is the same. It's just for media, so music, movies, things like that. This is your more expansive menu when it comes to sound. So anyway, guys, that is the sound settings, and I just want to make sure you have a full understanding of how to control the sound for all the different things that the phone will send you notifications for. Okay, I want to pause really quick and I want to show you the case that I'm using for this phone. This was a really simple case I bought on Amazon. In fact, I can't even remember the name of the brand, but I love this case, one, because I just love clear cases because I can still see what the phone looks like. And also it has this ring on the back. This is called a MagSafe ring, and this allows your phone to be compatible with MagSafe accessories. So for example, I have this thing which is called the Armor Pop, and it is a MagSafe accessory that will magnetically link onto the back of the phone just like that. It's a pop socket, so I can actually just take my finger and put it right through this little loop at the bottom here. And now it makes it easier for me to hold the phone with one hand. And it has a kickstand built in, so watch this. I'm going to kick this out, and I can now roll this, and I can sit my phone right up on the table just like this, which makes it super easy for me to watch videos or even just respond to messages. And you can also rotate it down and it'll sit in this position as well. So I'll link this one on screen right here and also in the description if you want to check it out. Great case, great accessory, and just makes it easier for you to hold your phone and for it to pop out right into a quick stand if you'd like to watch a video or interact with your phone without holding it. Now, moving on, let's get into apps, how to download apps, where they save, all the things you'll need to know. So on the home screen, you'll actually have the Play Store. Now, this is where you go to download new applications. If you want to download Uber, you want to download Lyft, you want to download a solitaire game, chess, whatever, it's all going to happen in this app right here. Now, once you download an app, you'll basically swipe up on the home screen to go to what is called your app drawer. And this is where all your apps will save after you download them. So let's go to the Play Store and let's download something so you can see what the process looks like. Now, the first time you open the store, you will see this message, and I want to walk you through what it is. This is basically telling you, welcome to Google Play, let's get started. And it's asking how you want to basically verify transactions. Right now, it's trying to get me to download some apps here. I'm going to skip this for now. It's saying, how do you want to verify your purchases? Well, it's asking about purchases because some of the apps are free and some of the apps do cost. And so if you ever buy an app, you do have to add a credit card to your account. And this is an extra security measure to help protect your credit card from getting scammed. So you can either set up a password or a biometric to basically be used to verify that you are the person making the purchase. Use passwords. So basically, I will need to put in the password to my Gmail whenever there is an opportunity to buy something to confirm that I'm the person making the purchase. I just typed in my password. I'm going to hit done. And now we're all set. So if I ever try to buy an app that costs money, it's going to ask me to put in my Gmail password first to verify the purchase. Now, you could also select the other option that said biometric, And then you can program your fingerprint and you can use that as the way of verifying that you are the person making the purchase. That's up to you. Okay, we're in the store. Let me show you how to basically search for an app and how to download it. So at the bottom of the app here, there is a search magnifying glass. You're going to tap this twice. This will take you right to the search box and it will bring up a keyboard so you can begin searching for the app you want to download. Now, let's say you already know what you want to download. Let's say, hey, I want to download a Sudoku game. Now, I can type Sudoku, or you might say, I don't even know how to spell Sudoku. Here's a cool trick you can use to search for an app easy. Upper right corner, tap on this microphone here and just simply say the name of the app you want to download. First, you will have to give the phone permission to be able to record audio from the microphone. So we're going to hit while using the app. And now it's listening and it's waiting for you to tell it the name of the app you want to sync or download. So let's hit our back button to go out of that. And we're going to go right back in one more time. Tap with the microphone. And when I tap it, I'm going to say the name of the app that I want to download. Sudoku. So it's going to take what you said, it's going to search it, and then it's going to give you some recommendations based upon what you said. So here are a bunch of versions of Sudoku I can download. Now let's say I don't know which one to get because there's so many, right? So here's how to decide which one to get. If you have multiple options, you can tap on the first one, and there should be pictures, and you can basically swipe through, tap on a picture, and then you can see what the layout of the app looks like, and you can decide, hey, do I want this one? Do I like how it looks? And you might say, no, that one looks weird. Okay, I'm going to use my back button and tap on the second one and look at those pictures and see if this one looks better. Okay, this one looks a little bit better. Okay, this looks kind of weird. Okay, I don't know. Let me back out. Let me look at the next one. So you can go through each one until you find one where you like the layout. Once you like it, you're going to tap on this blue install button right here, and then it will begin to download that to the phone. It'll download it, and then right after it will install it on the phone. Now, if this app was not free, that button that said install, it wouldn't say install. It would have the price in it. So that is how you can determine if you're buying a free app or an app that costs money. Now, I'm using the term buying, but technically you don't buy something that's free. You just download it. But anyway, so this one was free. So that little blue button said install. We tapped it. It already downloaded and installed it. How do I know? Because now it says installed right here. And here it says play. So I can tap on play. It's going to take me right into the app and then I can start using it. All right. Let's hit our home button. Now, pop quiz. Where is that app saved on the phone now that I've just downloaded it? Well, I'm going to swipe up. It's in our app drawer. Swipe to our left. And there is our new Sudoku game. So that's how you'll be able to find it. After you download it, it should be in one of these pages here in your app drawer. So that is a brief overview of how to download apps and the whole process from beginning to end. Now, you can go back to the Play Store, and there are millions of apps that you can download. So one thing I encourage you to do if you're just trying to find new apps to download, go to apps at the bottom. There's a tab, and then you can just swipe through and just start looking at apps that are available. And if something looks fun, simply tap on it, look at the pictures, right? Hit the back button, and then you can swipe up and you can read a description of what the app is about to see if it's something you think you may want to download. All right, let's hit our home button, and that is the wrap up of our app section. Now, let's move into how to make calls and also how to answer the phone when someone calls you. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to initiate a call so you can see what it will look like when a call comes through. There are a few different ways that a call will pop up on the screen. So I want you to know what it will look like and be ready to answer the phone when this happens. So, okay, so a call is coming through. If I want to answer the call, I'm going to take my finger and put it on the green icon, and I need to drag up. That's how you answer a phone call, okay? Now, if you want to put the call on speaker, you can tap speaker. You can mute here. If you need to bring up your keypad to hit a number or a command, you tap on the keypad there, and then you can press the number command. You can add a call, do a three-way by tapping add a call. This will allow you to then type in a new number, and then you tap on the green phone button, and that will basically dial a second call and then give you the option to merge the calls together. And when you're all done and you want to end the call, you simply tap on the red button and that will close out the call. So that is the simple process of answering a phone call. Now, again, that is not the only way that a call will come through. Now, this time I'm going to go into the phone app, because if I go into the phone app, you're going to see that calls will sometimes look different when they come through. And so now you'll know how to handle it when it pops up this way, because the process is different. So I'm going to initiate a second call. Now notice it comes through as a pop-up this time. It's not taking over the whole screen. So when you see the small pop-up, you simply tap on the green button like this, tapping the green button, and that answers the call. Okay, so you see the difference. If it takes over the whole screen, when you see that green button, you have to drag up the button. But when it just shows up as a pop-up, you just tap the green button. I don't know why they do this, guys, and I know it's a little confusing, but watch this section a few times until you feel like you have a handle on it, because I get that it can be a little confusing. Now, I'm going to initiate another call, and this time I want to go over how you decline a call when you don't want to answer it. So it's showing up as a pop-up here. Now, I can do one of two things. I can tap the red button, and that'll automatically decline the call. I can also tap send message, and this will decline the call, but it'll also send them a text message saying, hey, please text me. Can you call back later, or I'll call you back? If I tap, I'll call you back. This will end the call, but it'll also send them a text message at the same time, letting them know, hey, I'll call them back. Okay? Now, one last thing. I'm going to initiate one more call, and this call is going to look like the first time a call popped up, so you can see how you have to interact with it. So this is going to take over the whole screen. There it is. If I want to decline, I can drag down. Remember, it's taking over the whole screen, so tapping is not going to work. I have to actually drag down that red button to decline it. Now, I also have this option here that's called send message. And if I swipe up on send message, I have that same group of options. This time I can tap please text me. It will decline the call, and it will also send them a message saying, hey, please text me. So those are the different things you'll need to look out for when someone is calling you. Those are the two main ways that it will show up on the screen, and that's how you answer and how you decline. Now, if you want to call someone, here's what you need to do. Tap on the green phone button in the bottom left corner, and make sure you're on the keypad, and then you simply type in the area code and then the phone number, just like this. There we go. So I've got my area code, my phone number, and when you're ready to dial, simply press the green phone button, and then it will call that person. And as soon as they pick up, you will see the numbers counting up at the top right here. Okay? And same thing, all the call options are the same. And when you're all done, press the red button to decline. Now, if you want to set up your voicemail service, or if you want to check your voicemail, you simply need to long press on the number 1 for 1 second. This will automatically dial your voicemail. Now, I'm going to end it right there and just explain. So the first time you set up your voicemail, you'll long press on the 1. It'll dial your voicemail, and then it will walk you through the voicemail setup. So all you do is simply need to listen, and it will tell you, hey, you need to set a passcode, and then it will tell you this is how you program your response or your greeting, and that should be it. So just follow the steps on the prompt, and that will help you set up your voicemail message. Let's hit our home button, and this wraps up our section of how to answer calls, how to make calls, and how to set up your voicemail. If you're getting value out of the video, bump that like button down below. I really appreciate your support, and if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that button now. Let's move on to text messages. Now, what is a text message? Hey, instead of calling someone, I just want to send them a short message. Well, to do this, we're going to tap on this blue icon to the right of the phone. So right here, this is your Google Messages. Now, the first time you open it up, it's going to ask you to basically link it to your Google account. You're simply going to hit continue, and now it's going to link it to your Google account. The reason you want to do this is because you can actually send text messages from your computer using this phone number. All you have to do is go to the website messages.google.com and sign into your Gmail account, and then it will sync all your text messages from your phone onto your computer so you can send and receive right from a computer. It can also work from a tablet as well. So that's why on the first step it's asking you to link it to your text message, to link it to your Gmail. So we're in text messages. This is your inbox. This is basically where you'll see new messages that have come through. And right now I have 2 messages. And so I can just tap on one of these messages here. And here I've sent 2 messages out so far. Now, if I tap in this box here where it says RCS message, I'm going to tap here. This is how you bring up the keyboard. And then you can begin typing your message. Hi there. And then hit the send button right here to send off the message. Pretty easy, right? Now there's so many things you can do in here. I'm just going to highlight a few of the key points. So if I want to send one of those cute little emojis, I can tap on this icon right here, and then I can select one of these emojis and it will add it into the message, and I can hit send, and there you go. It'll send out that little emoji. If you want to attach a picture to your message, you can tap on this little square right in the middle of these 2 other icons. Tap on here, and it will give you the option if you wanted to take a picture first and then attach it. You can, bring your phone up and just simply snap a picture, and then it will attach that picture to the email or to the text message, excuse me. And then I'm going to hit that send button again, and that will then send out that picture in the message. You can also tap on photos again, and then this will show you at the bottom here. These are pictures you've already taken. If you'd like to take a picture you already took and then attach it, I can simply just tap on it down here. You can even tap multiple pictures. You don't have to just tap one. You can tap, I think, up to 10 or 12. It will attach those pictures, and then you hit the send button, and then it will send that out too. You also have a really cool voice memo option. If you long press on this icon right here, you can send a voice message. Hey, just wanted to say good morning. I hope you have a great day. When you're done, let go of the button. It will attach it as a voice message. You can play it back first if you want, so you can make sure it sounds good. And then when you're ready to send it, hit that send button. Now, the very last thing, which I think is one of the coolest things, is, again, tap where it says RCS messages. And in the bottom left corner, you're going to see a little microphone. If you tap on this microphone, you can basically talk, and it will dictate everything you say, and it will add it into the message just like this. The first time you use it, you will need to give it permission to use the microphone. So tap while using the app, tap agree. Hey, good morning. Just wanted to say I hope you have a good day. Give me a call when you wake up. Tap the microphone when you're finished so it'll stop listening and stop adding in what you're saying, and then tap on that send button to basically send the message. So these are some of just the big highlights when it comes to sending a text message and some of the things that you can do. Now, I'm going to use my back button here to get out of this message. Watch this. I'm going to hit the back button. Now I'm back in the inbox here. Now, but let's say I want to send a new message. I can tap on this little bubble in the bottom right corner, not this one, but this one, and this will allow me to tee up a brand new message. I can then type in a phone number, and then it will allow me to basically be able to send a message to that number. So I've typed in the whole number. I'm going to tap on send to right here, and now it has set up a brand new message for me to be able to text Jim Jones. All the same things apply. If I tap in the text message box, it'll then allow me to then start typing my message. So that is a brief run through of sending and receiving text messages. Now, guess what? A new message just came through, and if you notice, it's in bold. The letters here are thicker than these letters. Now, this is how you know if a message is new. Notice the text is in bold and there's a little number right here. There's a 1. It's telling me I have one new message. So if I tap here, I can see the person just replied and they sent thank you. So that's how you'll know you have a new message. You'll see a number next to a message. And then that tells you, hey, I need to check this. You'll also notice that above my phone icon, there is a number 2. And that is telling me that, hey, I had 2 missed calls, and I basically should tap on the green phone button and check to see who called me and see if I need to call them back. Same thing with messages. If you have a new message, a number will show up in the upper right corner, letting you know that there is a new message for you to check. Now, I want to pause real quick and give a recommendation for some really great earbuds. Now, I want to pause real quick and give a recommendation for some really great earbuds. These are the Tozo NC20s, a really inexpensive yet high quality pair of earbuds that I personally use all the time. Now, these have, first of all, a really cool display on the front here, so I always know how much battery I have left on my earbuds. Now, these support noise cancellation, they have some water resistance, and they sound really, really good. And they come in at a price point of around $50 to $60. So great price, they fit really well in my ear, and they have that really cool display, so I always know how much battery I have left. So if you want to check these out, I'll link these below right here, and I'll also link them in the description in case you're looking for a new pair of earbuds to go with your phone. Okay, next, let's go over how to make the text size larger on the phone. You might notice that the words are a little small, and it would be so much more helpful if you could just make the words just a little bit bigger. So to do this, we're going to swipe down on the right side of the phone here and tap on that settings wheel. From here, we're going to go to display, and then we're going to swipe up and go to font size and style. Now here we can make some of our adjustments to make the text size larger. Here you'll see this is what the normal size of the text is. All I have to do is drag this little bar to the right, and you'll see the text get bigger. Now watch this. One more time. One more time. And now even the menu text is so much bigger. If I hit the home button, you'll notice all my app icons, now the text is so much larger underneath. Same thing will be for Google Chrome. Things will be much larger and a bit easier to read. And this is just the easiest way to make that text a little bit bigger. Now, it still may not be big enough, right? So if you want to make it even bigger, we're going to go back to our settings here and keep going to the right until you find a really good size for you. You can also make your font bold, and that'll also make things pop a little bit more. So that's just a super brief rundown of how to make the text size larger. Another important thing to note here is if you go to text messages, and maybe one thing you'll see, the text messages is bigger. And I'm going to tap on this message here. Everything is bigger, which is great. Now you can actually pinch. If you pinch out, it'll make the text even larger. So pinch out, or you can pinch in to shrink that text down a bit. So this is another cool way for you to play around with the text to get it just right. This will also work if you're in the Google Chrome app. You can pinch to zoom to make the text bigger or smaller. Now I'm going to tap on the recent apps button, swipe over to settings, and now I'm going to bring that size down a bit because I like it to not be as big, just my personal preference. All right, hit our home button, and that is how you change the font size. Now, next, let's go over how to secure your phone with a passcode, okay? So we're gonna go back to the settings. Now, guess what? I can go to the upper right corner and hit the settings wheel, or I can hit my recent apps button here and go right back to settings because it's still open because we were just using it. So I'm trying to weave in how you use these buttons, and I hope you guys are catching that. That's how easy it is to navigate the phone using these 3 buttons at the bottom here. Now, we are currently in the font size and style menu, and we need to get out of this. So we're going to use our back button to go back one screen. Let's go back one more time. And now we're in the main menu of the settings. We now need to swipe up, and we need to go to security and privacy. Now, when you get here, this is where it will recommend for you to set a screen lock right at the top. I'm going to tap on set screen lock, and then go to screen lock and biometrics. and this will take you to where you can select the type of password you would like and other security options. Now, one of the easier methods is the pattern method. You have an option to do a pattern which looks like this. You can set something as easy as this to secure the phone, which is just that pattern. Or let's back out, or I can make it a PIN. We go to PIN, and I can make it a 6-digit number. Maybe I want to make it 454545. Hit continue, and then 454545. Press OK. And now I have just set a passcode with the numbers 454545. Now, when I lock the phone, I'm just going to basically tap the power button. I'm going to put the phone asleep, and when I double tap on the screen and wake it up, if I try to swipe up, it's going to now ask me for that PIN code. So I have to put in that 454545, and then now I'm in the phone. Okay? Now, I'm going to change that code because I am not going to remember 454545, and I want to just make this important note to you guys. It is important to make the code something you are going to remember because it's so easy to forget. So you don't want to make it something that is an odd number to you that you just would never remember. You've got to make it something easy and simple. And if you can't do that, maybe don't make a PIN. You can also make a password. Now, if you choose the password method, you can actually use letters and numbers as the passcode. The only problem is it's a little more work typing in a password than it is a PIN. And this is why I actually, for my own personal phone, I like to use the pattern method because to me, this is just a little bit easier. Now, obviously, I don't make my password this easy. It's more complex of a pattern. But for you, you can make it something that's much easier for you to remember. So now this is our new lock method, which is a pattern. So watch this. I'm going to swipe up, and now I'm going to do the L, and guess what? I am in the phone. So that is just a brief run through of how to set or the different options that are available for securing the phone. Now, after you set up your PIN, pattern, or password, the next step is you want to set up your biometrics. What is that? Well, that is programming a thumbprint so you can unlock the phone by simply pressing the power button with your thumb or with your finger. So I'm going to tap on screen lock and biometrics, put in my pattern or PIN, and then type in fingerprints. And here I'm going to hit continue and follow the prompts. And now I can set up my fingerprint so I can use that to unlock the phone. So I needed to hold the phone a little different. Okay, so I'm going to take my thumbprint. I'm going to place it over the power button here. It's really just showing us this is what it looks like when you program the phone. I'm going to hit register, and now I can begin programming using my thumbprint. Now, you're lifting and then you're dropping your thumb. You're lifting and you're dropping your thumb. Now, I'm noticing that one downside of this case is that it's a little hard to get my finger all the way over that button because the thing is, when you lift your thumb and you place it down, you want to try to move it each time because if you don't move it, then it's not really programming your thumbprint. So every time you place it, try to press the button slightly different so that it gets a better visual of your thumbprint. And looks like we are so close. We're almost done. And there we go. Now, let me go ahead and lock the phone. Well, first let's hit done. And let's test it. And it works. Perfect. Now, one thing I always recommend, program more than one finger. Here's why. What if I have something on my right hand and my thumb is greasy? The thumbprint doesn't work great when our hands are wet or greasy. So in that case, I can easily just take the phone and put it in my other hand and then use a finger on my other hand to wake up the phone. So all that to say, tap on add fingerprint and add a second fingerprint on your other hand. That way you have a backup in case your predominant hand is wet or greasy or for some reason it's not reading properly. Next, let's go over how to set up your email accounts on the phone. You might have multiple email addresses you want to sign into. So here is how to do it. On the home screen here, you will have a Google folder. Tap on this folder and go to your Gmail app. Now, this is where you'll sign into your different email accounts. Now, one important thing to note is that you may have an account that is not a Gmail. Maybe it's a yahoo.com or an AOL.com or an sbcglobal.com.net. You would still be able to sign in using the Gmail app because they support other email types, not just Gmail. You'll simply tap on add another email address, and then here you would select the email type that you have. Now, if you don't see your specific email type, maybe you have something more obscure like at verizon.net or maybe a work email. You can tap on other, type in the email address, and then it'll ask for the password, and then it will try to sign in as best it can. Now, some accounts still may not work properly with this method. So if that happens to you, here is a workaround to add those other email accounts to your phone. Let's hit our home button. We're going to go to the Play Store, and we want to go to the search. So I tap the magnifying glass twice. We're in the search box. Now, in the bottom left corner, tap on the symbols icon right here, tap on the @ symbol, and basically type in the back half of your email address. So for example, if your email is at AOL.com, just type in at AOL.com and then hit the search magnifying glass in the bottom right corner. And this is going to show you all of the compatible email types with that email account. So look, AOL has their own account, or excuse me, their own app that you can install, and you can basically sign into your AOL much easier using their proprietary app. You can also swipe up and you'll see some other recommendations right here. These are other email apps you can download that you can use to sign into your AOL. So simply put in the back half of your email address, and then it will recommend an appropriate app that you can use. Now, let's hit our home button. I want to go to the Gmail app, and I just want to give you a walkthrough of how the app works. Tap Take Me to Gmail. Now, this walkthrough is for someone who has never used an email account on their phone before. This is just showing you the basics. So we're going to first press Allow. We want Gmail to be able to send us notifications because you want to know when you get a new email. That's why we hit Allow for that first prompt. Now, this is my inbox. This is where I'll find all of my emails. Now, if I want to read an email, I'm going to just tap on it, and it will take me into the email, and then I can just swipe through just like this. You have your reply and your forward buttons at the bottom. You know what those do. And you can do some other important things too. Maybe you've read this email and you've decided, great, I've read it. There's nothing I need to do, and I'm probably not going to ever read it again. Well, tap on the trash can at the top, and this will delete the email. Now, notice I have 4 emails from Google Pixel, which is a whole lot. So if I want to get rid of more than one email at a time, this is how you would do it. You would basically long press on the icon to the left of the email and select it, and then I can start tapping all my other emails that I don't want to keep. I'm tapping, and then I'm going to go to the upper right corner and tap on the trash can, and then I'm going to delete it. That's how you mass delete emails on your phone. Now, let's say you want to send an email to someone. You'll tap on this little pencil in the bottom right corner, and this will open up a blank email template so you can then type your message, starting with who the message is to. So you'll type in the person's email address, okay? And then you'll tap on subject, and you put whatever you want for the subject. Then you'll tap in the box that says compose email, tap again for it to bring up the keyboard, type your message. Maybe you want to attach a picture to the message. You'll tap on the paper clip in the upper right here. This will allow you to attach a photo, take a picture, a file, or something from your Google Drive, and then tap on this little arrow here to send off the message. That is how easy it is to send an email from your phone. Now, if you tap on this little menu in the upper left corner, this will show you all of the options that are available. So these are, there's other folders you're going to have in your Gmail. The primary is your inbox, where Google is basically separating out things that are not junk mail. It's the emails that they deem are the most important. However, you're going to get other emails. For example, you'll have promotion emails, those will be in a separate section. You will have social, and these are emails from like YouTube and from Facebook and Instagram. And then you'll have this third section, which is updates. Now, this could be you have a package on the way. It could be an update on something with an account. So it's important to know that your email is sorted by these categories, because you might be looking for an email and you're saying, someone is saying, I sent you something, and you're like, I can't find it. So you want to check all these folders here. And when you swipe up, you have even more options. You have a spam folder right here. You might have an email that's important that's just trapped in the spam because Google incorrectly marked it as spam. So if so, you'll want to go to your spam folder, and this will show you all of the messages that have been marked as spam. So that is a brief run through of just how to use the Gmail app and some of the most important functions you would need to know. Now next, let's move into how to take pictures, and also where are those pictures saved after you take them. So we're going to go to the camera right here. We're in the photo section. So that means that if I tap on this white button here, it will snap a picture. Now, right now the phone is facing down, so the camera is blocked, and that's why it looks that way. But if I pick the phone up, you'll see we're looking out of the rear camera. If you want to switch the camera so you can look out of the front camera, you'll tap on this button here. This will rotate the camera. Now we're looking out of the front camera. Now, every time you take a picture, so I'm just going to tap this white button to take a picture, you'll have a shortcut to the left here if you want to see how that picture came out. So this is the picture we just took. I can zoom in. So if I want to check and see, is it good quality? Cool, I can zoom in. If I don't like it, I can just tap the trash can and erase it immediately. Hit my back button to go back to the camera. So to the left here, that is basically looking at the picture you just took. To the right here is flipping from the front to the rear camera. Now, if I want to switch camera modes, I can simply swipe left or right on the screen, just like this. And notice at the bottom, these are all my camera modes. So I have portrait here, I have fun. You can swipe over at the other side here. I have video. You'll notice the button is now not just a white button, it's white with a red dot in the center. That's how you know you're about to record a video versus taking a picture. And then I can tap on more, and then I have some other settings here, a macro mode, a slow motion, a hyperlapse. So these are all the different camera modes that are available. And once you take that picture, let me show you how to find that picture later on in the phone. We're going to tap on the home button here, swipe up, and look for our gallery. This is your photo gallery, and this is where you'll find all the pictures that you've taken on the phone. Now this is sorted in 4 tabs here. So there's just a picture tab that will show pictures you've taken, and is sorted by the date. You can then go to albums, and then your pictures will be sorted by album. So for example, you have a recent album, you have pictures you've marked as favorites, you have your camera pictures, and you have your messages. These are pictures that you have sent via text message. So that is a brief run through of where your pictures are saved after you take them and how to get to them. And from here, I can tap on a picture, and if I want to email this to someone, I will tap on this little button here. This is the share button, and this will allow me to basically send this as an email. I could send it as a text message or send it as an email just by tapping the appropriate icon at the bottom here. So that is our brief run through of just taking pictures and where they're saved on the phone. And this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you guys did find this helpful. If it was, hit that like button down below. I did want to show you real quick another really cool accessory for this phone. This is the Samsung Galaxy Watch 8, and this is a really great companion accessory for this phone. It'll allow you to track your steps, track your heart rate, track your sleep. It also has workout tracking. So if you want to track when you go running or when you're working out, it's going to give you all of your stats from your calories burnt to your steps, you name it. And it also is going to allow you to answer your phone calls and text messages right from the watch as well. So check. I'll link this below in the description as well and on screen. I definitely love the Galaxy Watch because it just keeps me connected to my phone. My phone can be all the way across the room or on the other side of the house, but I know that I'll be able to see all my messages right from my watch, okay? Number 1, how to customize your phone using the secret theme store built into the Samsung A17. Check this out. Long press on the home screen, and you have this theme store that is built in right at the bottom here. And so many people don't even know this is down here, but Samsung has this full-fledged theme store where you can find everything from full themes to wallpapers to different icon packs. All these cool things you can use to customize your phone. And there is a way to sort it based upon paid and free, so you can find all the cool free themes first before you spend any money. So check this out. If I go over to themes, right here, I'm gonna go to top, and then where it says all, I'm gonna tap on all and then go to free. Now it will sort the store based on all the free themes. So again, you can go through and see what themes are free first. And watch this. This one looks pretty cool. Let's say I want to download this theme right now. I'm going to hit download. It'll take just a few seconds to download to your phone. Hit apply. And the cool thing about a theme is that it changes everything. So not only will your wallpapers be different, all your menus will look different, your call screen, your text messaging, all those screens are going to be updated using this new theme. So now this is my home screen. You can see I've got a new wallpaper. I've got all new icons. When I swipe down, the color is going to be different as well. The whole 9 yards. So this is just a super cool way to customize your phone, is simply going through and checking out all the cool themes that are available. Number 2, how to run 2 apps at one time. So in this scenario, I want to have YouTube at the top of the screen and I want to have Chrome at the bottom so I can do some browsing through Amazon.com while I watch a YouTube video. I'm going to open up the YouTube app here, and then I'm going to tap on the recent apps button right here, swipe over, and I'm going to tap on the YouTube icon and go to open in split screen view. This will move YouTube to the top of the screen, and now I can select from one of the recent apps I just opened and put it at the bottom. I'm going to go down to Chrome, or actually I have the Amazon app. I'm just going to open up the Amazon app. Now I can pick a video to play at the top here, and while this video plays at the bottom, I'll be able to browse through Amazon. So pretty cool. I don't want to sign in right now. And now I can scroll through here and I can do some shopping while I'm watching my YouTube video. Now this will work in the portrait and the landscape mode, so I can take the phone and just simply rotate it, and then it should rotate for me, and then I can continue to browse through Amazon.com. If I tap on these 3 dots in the center here, it will switch it, and it'll basically take what's on the left and put it on the right, so you can customize it as well. And guess what? When you're done, take your finger and simply drag to the left or right on those 3 dots, and that will take you out of the full screen mode. So that's how easy it is to run 2 apps at one time. And as a bonus, check this out. I have this YouTube video playing right now. I can continue to watch this YouTube video, and I can have it open up in what's called a pop-up video. So as long as the video is still playing on YouTube, if I tap on the home button at the bottom here, it'll make the video pop up in a smaller window that I can then move around the screen, and then I can open up other apps as well. So super cool option right there too. Number 3, the secret remote feature, which is super cool. Swipe down from the top of the screen, swipe down again, and then tap on the pencil. Now if you tap on edit, it's going to take you to this secret menu here that has all these other phone shortcuts. Now for some reason this is kind of buried in the settings, so if you didn't know to look here, you would totally miss this. There's all these really cool shortcuts that you can enable on the phone. Now the specific one I'm talking about now is, if we just swipe over to this page here, it's the TV remote. So first I'm going to tap it and add it to my menu here and hit done. And now when I swipe down, you'll see TV remote. And when you tap on TV remote, this will begin to search for any TVs that you have connected to Wi-Fi. So if you have a smart TV at home, more than likely this app will be able to find it. You'll be able to connect to it and then use your phone as a remote for your smart TV. Now, a few disclaimers. This works the best with TVs that have Google TV on it. That's the first thing. It also works really great with Samsung smart TVs. Now, the first time you set it up, you want to make sure the TV is turned on and make sure your Wi-Fi is turned on the phone. That will allow the phone to be able to find it so it can make the initial pair. Once it's paired, you'll have a cool remote interface that'll show up that will allow you to navigate through your menus, control your volume, and even turn off your TV. Now, one small disclaimer as well, this doesn't always work for turning the TV on. Sometimes you do have to turn the TV on first, but after that, you can simply swipe down, go to the menu, and then open up the TV remote, and then you can use your phone as a remote for the TV. So super, super cool, and this definitely comes in so handy. Okay, for the next tip, I want to show you how to quickly launch your camera from any screen at any time. Right now, you could be looking at your phone and something really crazy happens and you want to open your camera up. The easiest way to do this is to double tap on the power button. This will automatically take you right to the camera. Just like this, double tap, automatically takes us right to the camera. Now, the cool thing about this too is even if your phone is asleep, right now my phone is asleep, I'm gonna grab it, double tap the power button, it's gonna automatically wake up the phone and take me right to the camera. So this ensures you'll never miss any important moments. Now, some of you might say, well, that's cool, but I don't use the camera very often. I would much rather program that double tap to do something else. Well, you're in luck because you can do that by swiping down from the top of the screen, tapping on this little power icon right here. One, this takes you to your menu. Side note, if you didn't know how to turn your phone off, this is how you turn it off. This takes you to the menu that will allow you to restart your phone or power it off. But it also takes you to this important option, which is your side button settings. If we tap on that button, it takes us here, and now we can go to double press and we can control what happens when we do the double tap. I can simply come down this list here and I have all these other options I can access of other things I can program when I double tap. For example, I could have it launch my flashlight, which this is super helpful at night when you're trying to get into the house and all the lights are off. You could just be double tapping the power button to turn your flashlight on. But there's a bunch of other options here. You can have it open the voice recorder, your Samsung Notes, or you can have it launch a specific app. Right here, if I tap on the settings wheel next to apps, then I can go in and I can say, hey, you know what? When I double press, I want it to launch YouTube because I love watching YouTube. Now, I'm going to go back to the home button, double tap that power button, and it's going to automatically launch YouTube instead of the camera. So this is how you do what's called remapping, or just remapping or changing the function of that button so that it just does something else. So either way, whether you want to launch your camera quickly or launch your favorite app, now you know how to do it in just a few steps. Now, so far, if you're getting value out of this video or if you've learned anything new, stop and bump that like button down below. And if you get a pop-up that asks you to hype the video, if you can tap that hype button, we really appreciate you doing that. It helps to signal to YouTube that you like the video and they'll push it out to more people. Also, I want you to stay tuned to the very end of the video. After I go over all the tips and tricks and hidden features, I'm going to share some of my favorite accessories that I use for this phone. So make sure you watch to the end so you don't miss any of those important cool accessories. And I might give away one. So if you watch to the end and you see a cool accessory you like, if you comment below your favorite tip and what accessory you liked, you'll have a chance to potentially win one. So make sure you don't miss that part of the video. For the next tip, I want to show you a really, really important thing to know how to do in case of an emergency. These are going to be two really important tips. So the first one is, let's say you find yourself in some type of emergency situation and you don't know when you're going to be able to charge your phone again. The most important thing is, how do I conserve my battery to make sure that my phone stays on so if people need to reach me, they can reach me? Well, the first thing is swipe down from the top of the screen and you have this icon. This is your power saving icon here. Now, normally your phone will automatically go into power saving mode when it gets to 15%. But if you're in an emergency, you should turn this on immediately because you need to make sure you stretch your battery as long as you can. So watch this. Instead of tapping on this icon, I want you to long press. And by doing that, it's going to take you to your power saving menu. Now here, you'll have to come down and first go to limit apps and home screen. If this is enabled and then you turn on the power saving mode, watch what it's going to do. It's going to put your phone in the most aggressive power saving option available. Now, you'll notice it takes away your wallpaper and it's going to limit the apps that you have access to because the goal is, how do I turn off all the things running in the background to make sure my battery stretches as long as it can? So watch this. I'm going to tap on one of the pluses here and I can basically add another app to my home screen by doing this. Maybe you want to have access to, in an emergency, you might want to have access to your camera because you might need to snap a picture of something important, or you may want to put your Facebook Messenger there as an example too. So you can add up to 4 more apps. These apps are stock and you can add 4 more at the bottom here. And here it's going to give you a countdown. So right now my battery is at 90%. So it's saying that with limited use, my phone might be able to last up to 10 days. That is insane. And that's why this is so important to know how to do this. Now, let's say the event is over. You want to put your phone back into its normal mode. Simply tap on the 3 dots here and go to turn off power saving. And with just a few seconds, it will take you out of that aggressive power saving mode and back to your normal setting. Now, here's the next thing. Maybe it's not a natural disaster, but maybe you're going to go to an amusement park or to a really fun event where you're not going to have access to power for maybe 10 or 12 hours. And you want to make sure that you stretch your battery as much as you can for the whole day. You'll want to do this. Swipe down from the top of the screen, long press again on power saving, but this time we're going to turn off the limit apps and home screen, and we're going to manually turn on power saving. Because when you do this, this again is going to limit all the activities that are running in the background of your phone to allow your battery to stretch much longer than an average day of use. So this way you can still take pictures, you can still message with people, you can still use your phone, but all the background activities are limited to help you stretch the battery to last the entire day. So instead of waiting for your phone to go into power saving mode, you'll want to force it into that mode, and that will ensure that you get the best battery life for your event. Now, here's the next tip. Now remember I mentioned these next couple were going to all be about important things to know for safety to help you in the event of an emergency. So here's the next one. Your phone has a feature called emergency mode. Now when you press your power button 5 times, it will trigger the emergency mode just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are right at the emergency mode. It's going to give you the button. All you have to do is swipe up to enable emergency SOS, and it will automatically call 911 once you swipe up on that button. So that's the first thing. Just knowing that if there's an emergency, if I press my power button 5 times, it will give me the option to call 911, which could be life-saving. That's the first thing. But the next thing is you'll want to go into your settings. So swipe down from the top of the screen, tap on the settings wheel, and then we're going to swipe up and we're going to go to the emergency and safety setting. Here is where you want to set up all of your important information beforehand. You can't wait for an emergency to do this, or it's not going to help you. So let's say you have a certain medical condition that could cause you to pass out or have an unexpected episode where you would need medical care. In that case, you could program that into your phone so that that information will show up on your lock screen. So let's say you were to pass out and someone looked at your phone, you could have it display certain information. For example, your name, what your specific condition is, what your blood type is, what your allergies are, your current medications, your weight, your height, your date of birth, all the important information that an EMT would need to see to make sure they give you the proper care. So in this menu, you'll tap in each section and you'll just fill in the information. And then this information will show up on your lock screen when you trigger the emergency mode. So that's the first thing. So very important. I would encourage you to fill this out if you fall in that category of having a condition that could potentially cause you to faint, or put you in a situation that would be unexpected where you would need medical care. Now, here's the next thing. You can program in emergency contacts. So you can say, hey, in the event of an emergency, if I trigger this mode, I want you to share information with those people. So for example, you can have it send them your location. You can also have it send them a quick audio recording or a picture of your surrounding while the event is happening. So you'll want to program in your emergency contacts. Also here under the emergency SOS, this is where you control what specific things trigger when you turn that mode on. So by default, it's always going to give you the option to call 911. But this is where you have to enable send SOS to emergency contacts. So that way, when you trigger it, not only will it call 911, but it will also trigger a message to your emergency contacts. And it will begin to share your location with them as well, so they have a chance of trying to find you to help you. So there's all this cool stuff that's built into this menu. I'm not going to go over every single thing, but I would encourage you to go through this list and try to set up as many things as you can, because this might be the thing that saves your life in the event of an emergency. Now, if you haven't hit the like button already, I would tell you that is the moment to hit it, because that's going to really help somebody out. So, hey, show some love, hit that like button, and I appreciate you doing that. Okay guys, this next tip is all about the app Edge. Now this is this little gray dash you'll see on the right side of your phone, and by swiping to the left, it will bring up this menu that will have basically shortcuts to apps on the phone, and you can customize this to put your favorite apps front and center in this menu. Now let me start here. You may not see this little gray dash on the right side of your phone. If you don't see it, here's how to enable this feature. Swipe down from the top of the screen and tap on the settings wheel, and then go up to display, and then swipe up and look for your Edge panel right here. If this is not turned on, make sure you turn it on, and that will give you that little gray dash on the right. That's the first thing. Now, as soon as this app is open, if you want to customize it and put your favorite apps on there, tap on the pencil. This will take you to the menu, and basically any app that you don't want to be in the menu here, you can simply tap on that little dash. There's a little minus in the upper left corner. Tapping on that will remove apps from the menu, and then I can add new apps into the menu. Now, you can add a lot more apps than it seems. So right now there's 5 and it looks like it's full, but guess what? I could add my Amazon here, and if I keep adding apps, it's gonna split into 2 rows like this. So watch, I'm gonna add Chrome. Now it's split into 2. I can add my Facebook, and you can even have it go down, so you just kind of swipe up and down the menu. So this is just a really great option here that now gives you a shortcut to all these apps that you use often. You don't have to swipe through the menu and try to find it. Just simply drag over and they're right there. But there's even more you can do with this menu. Now we're going to swipe down and we're going to go back to the settings, and we're going to go back to display, and then swipe up and go to our Edge panel. Now here's the next thing. Under panels, it says apps. If I tap on panel, there are other things I can enable that are really helpful as well. For example, you have what is called the People Edge. So watch this. Check the box for people and then tap on edit. And now I can have it access my contacts, and then I can add contacts into this menu. I only have 1 contact saved in the phone right now, but I can add different contacts here. And when I swipe over, I can tap on someone's picture and I can have a shortcut to call them or send them a text message. So this is another really great feature to access the people you call and text the most. You'll be able to easily get to their information through that Edge panel. Now, there are a few other options here. One is there's a task panel, there's a weather panel. You can swipe over to check the weather for the day. There's tools, there's your clipboard, and reminders. So there's all these other cool things that you can access. All you have to do is come into this section and enable it. And then when I hit the home button, if I swipe over, I have my app panel, and then I just swipe to the left. Now I have my contacts, swipe again. I have my task, swipe again. I have my weather for the day, swipe again. Now I have all of my reminders, swipe over again, and now I'm back to my app edge. So this is a great menu that you'll want to take some time and set up, because it's going to make getting to your favorite apps so much easier. Okay guys, this next tip is such a game changer. Now, on the lock screen here, you'll notice I have my very normal background here, and I want to show you how to make this little tweak that's going to make your lock screen look so much funner and cooler. Now, first of all, if you want to customize the lock screen, all you have to do is take your finger and long press. This will take you to the customization menu, and it will allow you to make changes. So first of all, if I want to change my clock, I'm going to just tap where I see the clock, and here I can begin to scroll through. Then I can go to styles, and I can change the format of how it shows. There's all these different types. Maybe you want a full calendar to show up on your lock screen. You can do that. You can even have it adjust for different time zones. Clearly the black probably is the best in terms of the color. Let's say I just pick this basic style. I can drag from the corners here if I want to make the time bigger or smaller. And then if I go back to font and color, I have all these cool options of different fonts that I can use to customize how the time looks. So super fun there. That's the first thing. Let's say I pick this one and I'm good with that. Now, next I can customize these icons that show up on my lock screen. Right now I just have the call and the email, but if I tap on that phone icon, I can change this to something else. Maybe you want a shortcut to your flashlight right on the home screen. When you drag up, it'll open that. Now here, I can tap on that one and I can change that to something else too. Maybe I want to make it create a note, so I can easily save a note for myself just by tapping on that icon right there. So that's the first thing. These are just the basic things you can do to customize your lock screen. Now, let's take it to the next level. I'm gonna add a video on my lock screen. So every time I unlock the phone, you're gonna see a really cool video instead of just a static image. I'm gonna swipe up and go to my gallery, and I have this cool video here of a campfire. And I'm gonna go to the upper right corner, tap on the three dots, and go down to set as wallpaper, and then tap on lock screen. And now I can have that video show up on my lock screen every time I unlock the phone. Now watch this. I'm gonna tap trim, because you do have to shorten the clip down. It can only be, I think, 10 seconds. Usually when you open it, if you just hit done, it'll automatically trim it for you. Let's hit done. And now check this out. I'm going to lock the phone, double tap, and there it is. Now I have that cool fire video that's going to show up on my lock screen every time I go to unlock my phone. So basically, record a video of something cool, follow those steps, and you can easily make that your wallpaper. Now that's just one example. I have this other cool video here. This is of a pool, and the water is gently moving and the trees are swaying. This is a more calmer option for wallpaper. I can hit set as wallpaper here, lock screen. I'm going to hit trim. By hitting trim, I can select what section is going to end up being in the clip. Hit done and done. And now I can also have this as my wallpaper as well. And you can see the water moving and see the tree swaying in the background. So those are cool, two different options you can choose from in terms of, you can have something really, crazy or something very calming, but that's how you can customize your lock screen with a video. Okay guys, for this next tip, I want to show you how to share out a large video file or lots of smaller files at one time. We're going to swipe up and go to our gallery. And here you're going to see I have a couple of pictures here and I have some videos. Now, when you record a video in the highest resolution, it tends to be really hard to send that over a text message or an email. So you want to follow these steps so you can send it easily to anyone. Basically, I'm going to long press on this first video here, and then I'm going to select all the other pictures and videos that are in this file here. Now, after they're all selected, I'm going to hit the share button. Now, I'm going to tap on quick share, and then I'm going to tap on QR code or link. Now, one thing I want you to point out right here, these 15 files, this is 146 megabytes. Guess what? I wouldn't be able to send these over text message or email because that is way too much in terms of the file size. But with Samsung phones, you simply tap on QR code or link. It's going to take those files, it's going to upload them to the Samsung cloud temporarily and give you a shareable link. All you have to do is tap on copy link, and now you can take that link, open up a text message, and you can basically send that link to anyone. I'm going to tap where it says text message and long press, and then tap on paste, and then I'm going to hit the share button. It's going to share those 15 pictures and videos out, and on the other end, I want to show you what it will look like when you send that to someone. So if I tap on that link, it's actually still sending, so let's give it a second. In fact, let's just go to Chrome here, and I'm going to paste that link into Chrome. Long press, tap on paste, hit go, and this is what they will see on the other end. Samsung takes those files, it temporarily uploads them to the cloud, and then all those videos and pictures are accessible. The person on the other end simply hits download, and they can download all those files to their phone, to their computer, or their tablet. Right here, it'll show you this link is going to expire in 2 days and 9 hours. So they only temporarily upload the files. So whoever you send it to, you have to let them know this is temporary. You need to hurry up and download them because this link will expire. Now, you can upload up to 2 gigabytes worth of videos and pictures, and you can basically send it to anyone. This is one of the fastest ways to send files now, and if you saw, it took me 3 steps to tee this up to be able to send. So just a really great tip to help you with sending out your big pictures and your video files. Okay guys, for this next tip, I want you to pay attention to the home screen right here. You're gonna see this icon that says start. Tap on start. This is a really cool new added feature from Samsung. This is the Samsung Health app, and by basically following the prompts and setting this up, you turn your phone into a pedometer, and so it will now track your steps. So as long as you're holding your phone, it's going to track how many steps you do for the day, and it will show you on your lock screen so you can keep track. So you'll see some basic things in here. It's going to try to track your steps, your calories burnt, but the more you put into the app, the more data it will give you. So you can track workouts, you can have it track your sleep, you can have it do so many cool things using this app. Now, I actually use the Samsung Watch. Now, this takes the health tracking to the next level because basically I don't hold my phone every minute of the day, but I do have my watch on all day. So this is tracking my heart rate, my steps, my calories, and this is a great companion to go with the A17. Now, this is the Watch Ultra. This is the most expensive watch that they have, but they do have 2 other variants. They have the Watch 8 and they have the Watch FE. Those are 2 great options, and I'll link them both below so you can check them out. If you would like to track your health stats more and really make the most of this Samsung Health app, I would encourage you to get one of their watches, because it's just going to give all that extra data to the app that will allow you to do all the tracking. Samsung also makes a smart ring as well. This is it right here. This is the Samsung Galaxy Ring, and maybe you say, I don't really want to wear a smart ring, I like my watches. Well, guess what? You can simply put this ring on, and this actually will track your steps and your heart rate, and it will communicate it back to the app for you. And this is great for folks who say like, I want to track my data, but I don't really want to do it through a watch. So you have a few different options available. I'll link all these below so you can check them out. One of the things I love is that when you go to the home screen, this app is going to show you how many steps you've done for the day, which is really awesome. And you can also have it show your heart rate as well. And that's one of the other cool things, is it will track your heart rate and it will track your sleep. So when you buy the companion accessory, it will just increase all the tracking. So that's a super cool feature. Definitely something cool for you guys to check out. Okay guys, this last tip is for you sports fans out there. Now, Samsung has this new feature where they will send you alerts for your favorite team if they're playing that day. So check this out. I'm going to search a team and show you how to set it up so that it will send you alerts on when they're playing. So I'm going to type in Milwaukee Bucks. Now, here's the team. I'm going to tap follow. It'll give me alerts and let me know when that team is playing. Okay, after a couple of minutes of you following your team, check this out. You will now see this on your home screen. This is a pop-up that shows us that the Milwaukee Bucks are playing the Detroit Pistons. And when the game starts, it will actually show you live scoring updates right from your lock screen, and it'll show up now in your notification panel. So watch this. Here, it's gonna have the reminder that the game is coming on, and then when the game starts, it will also show us those live scores right from here. So this is such a great feature to enable for you sports fans, because now you can keep track of when your favorite team is playing, and you can see those live scores right from your phone. Okay guys, for this last tip, I wanna show you how to share files with folks when you're in the same room. Now this is similar to what we talked about before, but the difference is you can easily share lots of files when you're in the same room with someone using that quick share feature. Now, right here, I have another Android phone, and let's say I want to share those files that I was just looking at. Let me show you how easy it is to do this. So first of all, I'm gonna swipe up, I'm gonna go to my gallery, and then I'm gonna go to my recents here, and I'm gonna long press and then select all the photos in this gallery here, hit the share button, and then I'm gonna hit quick share. Now, with quick share, the other person, all they have to do is swipe down on their phone, swipe down again, and then they, in this menu here, they're gonna look for this quick share icon. It looks like this. Now long press on it, and you'll then need to go down to who can share with you. You'll tap here, and you change it to everyone 10 minutes only. Now for 10 minutes, it will make it so that that person's phone is discoverable, and you'll see this phone is gonna pop up in this menu after a few seconds. Oh, here it is right here, Wayne's S26 Ultra. I'm gonna hit the home button. I'm gonna tap on it right here in the menu, and you'll see a pop-up on this phone. And then once the pop-up is there, I just need to accept it. And in fact, because I have shared with this phone before, it didn't even ask, it just started to send it. So, but normally you'll see a pop-up that'll say, someone is trying to share files with you, and then it will say, accept or decline. So it's already sent them. I'm going to hit open, and now all those files have just been transferred over to this other phone here. So this is the quick share feature. Now let's say someone has pictures on their phone and you want them to send those photos to you. You'll swipe down from the top, swipe down again, or swipe to the left, and then swipe down, look for quick share. Now long press on that icon, it'll take you to that same menu, and you want to go down to where it says nearby sharing, who can share with you. Tap in the box and go to everyone, and it will by default set it to for only 10 minutes. Hit done, and now your phone will be discoverable for the other person who's trying to send you files. So that is quick share, and that is a really easy way to share files. Maybe you're at a family function and someone took a lot of pictures, and you say, hey, send me the pictures. Well, get with that person and do it before you leave, because that way you can send them all at one time versus that person trying to send them to you later, and it takes more work. Okay, for this last tip, I want to show you how to keep your phone running nice and smooth and quick. You're going to swipe down from the top of the screen, tap on the settings wheel, look for device care and tap on device care, and you'll have this optimize now button. Now what this does is it says optimize now to free up more memory. What you don't realize is that when you're constantly opening apps and doing things on your phone is using the computing power, and we're not always good about closing out apps when we finish using them, so your phone starts to slow down because there's a lot of things running in the background. So in this case, you tap optimize now, it's going to close apps that are running in the background, and it's going to check for anything else that might be taking up your phone's RAM, and the RAM is what basically makes the phone run nice and smooth. It's going to optimize the phone, and now we'll see the phone moving much smoother and faster. Now there's a way to add this as a shortcut to your home screen, so you don't always have to go to the settings and do it this way. What you can do is hit your home button, long press on the home screen, go to widgets, and you're going to look for device care. Tap on device care, and there's a few different options for the widgets here. This is the most basic one. We will just long press on this one and drag it and drop it onto our home screen. Now, if I notice the phone running slow, I'm just gonna tap my optimize button right here, and it's gonna do that same check to try to free up my RAM. So that's a great tip, and I definitely encourage you guys to set that one up. All right, guys, so this brings us to the end of our tips and tricks and hidden features section. I'm gonna now tip into the accessories portion because I wanna show you some of the cool accessories that I use for this phone, because it's a great phone, but with the right accessories, you'll have an even better experience. Now, the first one is going to be this 65-watt fast charger from mFish. Now, this is a travel charger that, one, will allow your phone to charge at its fastest speed. Now, the second thing is, remember, your phone only came with the cable. It didn't come with the charging brick. So this actually has a built-in cable, so you don't have to carry a separate cable with your wall charger. This will retract out. You can easily plug it in, and when you're done, just pull that and tuck it in, and the power cord just tucks right back in, just like that. Now, this has a port for a USB-C, and it has a full-size USB, so you can charge multiple devices at one time. Imagine charging your phone, your wireless headphones, and your Bluetooth speaker all at the same time, which is super cool. I love that it charges fast, and I love that I don't have to carry a separate cable. So I'll link this one right here on screen, and I'll also link it down in the description if you want to check it out. Next, we have these sweet headphones from Tozos. These are the Tozo NC20s. Now, one, these have a really cool display on the front, so it actually show you how much battery you have left on your headphones. Every time you press that button at the bottom right here, the pairing is super easy, and these fit nice and comfortable in your ears. Then they have built-in noise cancellation. Man, I've been using these things for months now, I think since last November, and I've had such a great experience. And the price point is only around $50. So if you're looking for a new pair of earbuds that don't break the bank, this is a great pair to consider because they're a great price, they sound good, and when you talk to people on the phone, they can hear you nice and clear. So I'll link these up top right here if you want to check these out. Definitely a great pair of earbuds that sound good, that do not break the bank. Okay, guys, next we have this case here. This is a clear case I bought off of Amazon. It's not any well-known name. It's just, it was a clear case that had a MagSafe ring on the back. And this has been a really nice case. I really enjoyed using it. Because it has this MagSafe ring, I can use a lot of MagSafe accessories with it. So first, I'll link that case right here if you guys want to check it out. Now, second, I've been using this accessory from a company called Alumu. This is a kickstand, and it's a MagSafe kickstand, so it just docks right on the back of your phone just like that. And when you want to prop your phone up in the portrait landscape position, this just kicks out, and it allows you to easily just have your phone stand up. And it will also, again, work in the landscape position as well. So that's super cool. It also makes it easy to grip the phone as well. And it has a built-in hidden feature, which is that when you slide this little button on the back, when you slide it up, it has a little box cutter. so you can actually use this for opening mail or opening those Amazon packages when they come in. It's very discreet, so guess what? If you go to Six Flags, they're not going to catch that this is a blade right here, so you have a little secret weapon carried with you in case anything goes down as well. But mainly, it's a box cutter. So I'll link this one on screen right here. Really fun accessory right here, and just great to have that built-in kickstand. Now, this is called the Armor Pop from Binks. Now, this is basically a pop socket, but it's also a kickstand. So it's a MagSafe compatible. And guess what? This pops out into a pop socket, so you can slide your finger in there, and this makes it really easy to grip the phone. So see that right there? I'm able to grip the phone, makes it easier for holding the phone with one hand. And you can actually fold out this kickstand right here, and your phone can sit up in that portrait position or in that landscape mode as well, and it's adjustable in multiple positions. So another really cool accessory right there. That's the Armor Pop, and they actually come in a lot of different styles and colors, so I'll link that one up here as well if you guys want to check it out. Definitely love this thing. I use this thing all the time. And our very last accessory, this is the Go3 MagSafe wallet from Alumu. Another really sweet accessory, has a really nice color, really nice texture, and it has a slot here for you to carry cash. It also has this little pocket in the back for you to add your ID or your credit cards, and it comes with an RFID blocking card as well, so to help protect your credit card from scammers. And it also has a bunch of other cool little bells and whistles. So it has this built-in kickstand, so when this is on, you can use this to prop your phone up as well, which is pretty nice. And it has some other cool things on the back here. It has this little slot right here you can use as a bottle opener as well. It's just a really fun and stylish wallet, and I've never seen one that was quite like this before, so definitely wanted to show you guys this. It's also super slim, so it doesn't add bulk to your phone. And if you're looking for a good wallet to go with your phone to just keep it nice and simple, this is definitely a nice one to check out. I'll make sure to link this one up top right here as well, so you guys can check it out. In the video today, we're going over how to take a screenshot and how to print on your Samsung Galaxy A17. Let's get into it. So the main things you'll need to know to take a screenshot are pressing the power button and the volume down button. This is one of the primary ways you take a screenshot, and you can do it as easy as this. Power, volume down, you're gonna press them together and just let the buttons go. You'll see the screen flash, and then you'll see a pop-up show up in the bottom left corner, and you have to tap on that pop-up quickly, because if it goes away, then you have to basically take another one. So power, volume down, press same time, it'll flash, tap on that pop-up, and then you can basically open that in your gallery. So tap on gallery, tap on just once, and now I can see that screenshot that I just took, and then I can edit it if I like. For example, you can tap on the pencil here, and I can crop it down by dragging from the corners. I can also tap on some of these other options, for example, filters. I can also change the brightness, or I can even take the pencil and I can circle or draw an arrow on something specific on the screen like that. So you have all these different options to edit the screenshot after you've taken it. When you're done, you're gonna tap on the save button in the upper right corner, and that will save the screenshot for you. Now, that's one way to take a screenshot. The other way to do it is with your palm. This way is a little tricky. What you're gonna do, take your hand and swipe left to right across the screen, and that will take the screenshot like this. You'll see the screen flash, same pop-up, and let's show you one more time so you can see it again. Take your palm, swipe left to right, and it will flash and take a screenshot. That one may not work that last time. Let's try it again. There we go. Okay, so after you take your screenshot, here's how to find it, and then here's how to print it. We're going to swipe up, and if you go to search, you'll actually have a shortcut right here in your search menu that you can tap on, and it will take you right to your screenshots. So these are the ones that we took. This is the one I edited as well. And I can tap the back arrow as well and go back to my main gallery that has all my other pictures and my picture folders. Now, if I want to print that screenshot, I can go to recent, there's my screenshot. And this will work for any picture, not just your screenshot. So you don't have to just do it with screenshots. It works with any pictures on your phone. Go to the upper right corner, tap on the 3 dots, and then tap on print. Now, make sure your phone is connected to Wi-Fi, and you'll also need a compatible Wi-Fi printer to make this work. Now, for this video, I'll be using an Epson XP4200, which is an entry-level model that works really well with Android phones. So I have it turned on, and I have it connected to my Wi-Fi network. So you will need to have it turned on and on your Wi-Fi network when you try to print, or it won't find it. So we're going to tap on select the printer up here, and there it is. It found my printer. I'm going to tap on my Epson and tap on this button here to send it to the printer. And that's how easy it is to print a picture. Now, if you want to make modifications before you print, you can tap on this little arrow in the center, and this will give you some additional options. So maybe you want to print, for example, instead of portrait, you want to print in the landscape. You can tap on landscape, and then it will rotate the picture. Maybe you want to print in black and white instead of color. You tap on black and white there, and you have a double-sided option if your printer is compatible. You can also tap on copies. You can print multiple copies just by tapping in this box here and changing that number just like that. So that's how easy it is to print a picture. Now, since we're talking about printing, I also want to show you how to print from an email and how to print from a website. So we're going to hit our home button, and we're going to go to our Gmail app, and let's find an email to print. Here's an email about the new Google Pixel 10a. Let's tap on that. And let's say I want to print this entire email. Upper right corner, tap on the 3 dots and come down to print, and it will take us to our printer. Now, this is a common thing that will happen, so I want to prepare you for this. Notice it's not showing us the preview of the email. And what's happening is it's trying to load it because the email is multiple pages. Here's a trick to get it to load the pages faster. Tap on select a printer and go to save as PDF. And for some reason, when you go to save as PDF, it'll load the email super fast. And as you can see here, this email is actually 9 pages. At the bottom of each page, it'll show you 1 of 9, 5 of 9, 9 of 9. And if you don't want to print the entire email, you can uncheck some of the pages as well, and this will cut down on what gets printed. Now, don't forget, you do need to come to the top and hit save as PDF, tap on the drop down and go back to your printer, and now you're ready to print just by tapping on that print button right there. So that's how easy it is to print an email. Next, and finally, let's go to Google Chrome and let's print from a website. And let's print from the most popular website on the internet right now. And let's find something to print. Let's print these shoes. These are pretty nice. Okay, let's say I want to print this page of the Amazon website. I'm going to come to the upper right corner, tap on the 3 dots. Now what you'll notice is there is no print button in the menu on Chrome. There's an extra step you have to follow, which is pressing the share button, and then you'll see a print button right here. Tap on print, and then it will take that page, and then we'll do our trick. We'll go to save as PDF to load the preview. Once it loads, we're going to go back to select the printer, and then we can tap on our print button, and that will send it to the printer. And that's it. That's how easy it is to take a screenshot and how to print on your Samsung Galaxy A17. I'll also link down at the bottom here to some Epson models if you want to get a wireless printer because you would like to print from your phone. I will show you the one I'm using as well as some other recommendations. In fact, I'll also drop some in the description of the video as well, so you can check out a full list of printers that are compatible and that will work well with this phone. If you got value out of this video, make sure you bump that like button down below. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Now, one quick note, this phone is not going to come with the wall charger in the box. It only comes with the USB-C cable. So you can get these pretty inexpensive, around $15 to $20. But instead of just buying the regular wall adapter, I would recommend you get this is a multi-port travel charger. So you can actually use the cable in the box to plug in and charge your phone right here. And it's gonna allow you to charge up to the 25 watts, which is the fastest speed you can charge. It also has a retractable USB-C cable at the top here, so you don't even need to carry the cable that the phone comes with. Just carry this one charger here and you'll be able to retract it, charge, and then retract it back. So it's light, it's compact, and you have another USB-C port right here too. So you have a USB-C and a regular USB port, so you can charge your phone, your Bluetooth earbuds, and even a Bluetooth speaker all at the same time. So anyway, if you want to grab this is a much better value, and it's around the $30 price point. I'll link it up here if you want to check it out. In the video today, I'm showing you how to install a micro SD card on your Samsung Galaxy A17. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so here I have a 128 gig micro SD card. This alone is going to double the storage of my A17, and so I got to get this in ASAP because 128 gigs is not a lot. I need double. I want to get up to 256. So in the box of your phone, you'll have this guy. This is called a SIM ejector tool. On the left side of the phone, you'll find your SIM ejector tray. You'll take this and simply insert it into the little slot there. There's a little hole, and then just give it one good push, and your tray will just pop out. You're gonna take this out. There we go. Now, I have my SIM card for my phone service. I'm using this with Metro by T-Mobile, and I'm just gonna take my SIM card and insert it into the slot like this. It should fit nice and snug. You should be able to turn it over and it not fall out. That's how you know you've inserted it properly. Next, we're going to put it into the phone. It will only fit one way. So if you're trying to put it in and it doesn't fit, you got to flip it over. The little dot, the little hole should be at the top. Let's just push. And we got it in one shot. Now, it's very common that when you insert a memory card that the phone will try to restart itself. So if it does that, don't be alarmed. That is common. Now, in this case, it looks like it may not restart, which is totally fine. Okay, so our SIM card is in. This is what you need to do now to make sure that it's saving your data properly. So the first thing you want to do, swipe down from the top of the screen and swipe to your left. Now remember with this phone, when you swipe, if you're swiping on the right side, it will take you to your control panel. If you swipe to the left, it takes you to notifications. We want to be on the notification panel, and you want to look for SD card inserted. Tap on this drop down here and go to open. Now because you saw that notification, it means that your phone read it properly, and that's the first important thing. You want to make sure the phone is reading the memory card, because if it's not reading it, it's not going to save anything to it. Here's the next thing. Hit the home button. We're going to swipe down from the right corner here and tap on the settings wheel. And now we're going to check the storage that's available on the card. We're going to go up to our device care right here. And this is how you check to see how much space you have left on the card. Go to storage. Now the first thing you'll see is your internal storage. Now you can swipe left like this, and this will show you your SD card, and you can see exactly how much storage you have left. 128 gig card. I currently have 27.8 gigs being used right now, which is about 100 gigs available for me to store my files. And here it'll show you the breakdown of how much is video, how much is audio, images, etc. So that is how you check the storage to see how much is available for the card. The next thing you want to do is you want to open your camera, because you want to make sure when you take pictures that your pictures and videos are saving to the card, because if it does that, it's going to free up the phone storage. You want your phone storage to be freed up for things like downloading apps and the operating system. That will keep your phone running smooth and quick. So we'll tap on the camera, and so the first time you open the camera after inserting the card, it should ask you this: change storage location to SD card. It's confirming you want to save your pictures and videos to the card. You want to hit change. Now, whenever I take pictures, they're automatically going to save to the micro SD card. Okay? Now, I'm going to hit the home button, and I'm going to swipe up and go to my gallery. and it's going to create a folder just for the micro SD card so you can easily separate your pictures. Now you'll have to press view all right here, and what you'll notice is that some of the folders have a little memory card slot in the bottom left corner, and this is basically it's showing you these are the folders from the memory card, and these are the pictures that are on basically the folders that are on the phone. That's how you separate the two. So if sometimes you might need to access something that you took on the memory card, look for the folders that have the memory card in the bottom left corner. The ones that don't have that are the ones saving to the internal storage. Okay, now the very last thing I want to show you is how do you back up your data to a micro SD card. Now this can become very handy when it's time for you to switch phones, or you might want to just buy an extra micro SD card and create a backup once a month of your files. This is very helpful in the event that you ever lose your phone. You'll have a backup of your whole phone and all the data on there on memory card. Now, to do this, we're going to swipe down from the top of the screen, tap on our settings wheel, swipe down to accounts and backup, and then tap on external storage transfer. It's going to take us to our Smart Switch app. We're going to hit more, hit continue, hit more, hit allow. And this will give us the option to back up our entire phone to a micro SD card. I'm going to tap on SD card. It'll begin to search for all my data, and it's basically going to let me know how much data is going to be backed up, and it's going to make sure I have enough storage on my card before it starts the backup. So right here, if I do the full backup, it's going to back up about 10 gigs of information to my card. You're going to hit next, follow the prompts, and then just let it do the backup. And after that, you're done. So this is a really useful process. Again, if you just want to frequently back up your data, I would say back it up and then take that memory card out and put a different memory card in to use for your day-to-day stuff. And this way you'll always have a backup of your phone on a memory card. So those were just some of the main things that I do when I insert a memory card to my phone. I want to make sure those settings are calibrated. That's going to give me the best experience with the memory card. Today I want to show you what to do if your Samsung Galaxy A17 freezes or the touchscreen is not working properly. There's a simple button command that will help you to do what's called a soft reset, and it will basically shut the phone down, start it up again, and it'll help to fix any problems you're having with the software. What you're going to do is hold down on the power and volume down button until the entire screen goes blank, just like this. Power, volume down, 1, 2, 3, hold. Keep holding the buttons until the entire screen goes black, and then you're gonna let go of the buttons. And 3, oh, there we go. Usually happens again less than 10 seconds. The phone should automatically restart itself. If it doesn't, no problem. Just simply give it about 20 seconds to turn on. If it still doesn't, hold down that power button, and then that's going to kick the phone on again. And this should clear any short-term problems you're having with the software, or potentially you might have opened an app that was glitching. This is a very quick way to just force the system to shut down and turn back on again. Now, if you've tried this and you know what, you turn it back on and you're having the same problems, some other questions you'll want to ask yourself is, have I dropped the phone and is there any physical damage on the screen? If you have damaged the screen, then your screen issues could be caused by the drop and not by the software. So in that case, you'd want to take your phone into your local service and repair center, just a cell phone repair shop, and see what it would cost to have it replaced. Or you can go to Samsung.com and talk to their web support, and they can recommend a certified service and repair center in your area. So I would tell you to check that out as well. But if you don't have any damage to your screen, then this is probably a software issue, in which case this soft reset should have helped. In the video today, I want to show you how to reset your Samsung Galaxy A17 back to factory settings. The first thing you want to do is swipe down from the top of the screen and tap on the settings wheel in the upper right corner. From here, you're going to swipe up and go to your accounts and backup. Go to manage accounts, and you want to tap on each of your Google accounts and you want to hit remove account. And you want to repeat that step for any other Google accounts you have on the phone, because if you don't, when you reset the phone, it will ask you to put in the password of those Google accounts. So you have to remove them. If not, you will brick the phone if you're trying to give the phone to someone else. Next, we're going to remove our Samsung account. I'm going to select it here and hit remove account. And there is a verification that usually happens first. So let's see, if I try to sign out, let's see, it may prompt. Here we go. So it wants to send a text message to the phone number I have on file. So I'm going to get that text and I'm going to input it. And then after, I need to put in the password for the account. Now, sometimes it's hard to remember the password because you might have set this account up a long time ago. One of the easiest ways to do this is to simply hit verify with one email, and they're going to send me an email to basically verify that I am trying to remove my Samsung account. And this is an extra safety measure to make sure that you're the one trying to remove it and not someone else. Okay, I got the email on another phone, and I'm simply going to hit continue on that email. And now we are done. So if I go back to my settings, it'll show that I'm now signed out. And that's the main step you have to do before you trigger the reset. Next, we're going to tap on the reset button right at the bottom here. And then we'll swipe up and go to factory data reset. You're going to swipe up, hit reset. Now this is the last step. So once I hit delete all, I cannot go back from here. So the one thing I'll say before you initiate the full reset is make sure you have backed up any important information and make sure that you've signed out of all those accounts. That will make it a smooth process for the next person who uses the phone. Now we're going to hit delete all. From this point, it can take anywhere from a minute to about 5 minutes for it to erase all of your data from the phone and then to set it up like a brand new phone. So you don't want to touch the phone. You want to just let it sit. Another important note that I forgot to mention at the beginning is that your phone needs to be at 30% battery life or above, or it will not let you complete the reset. It doesn't want you to reset the phone in a state where the battery could die before it finishes. If it were to do that, that would mess up the phone and you may not be able to use it. So anyway, that is it, guys. This is the process of factory resetting your Samsung Galaxy A17. If you got value out of this video, bump that like button down below. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Take care, and as always, have a good one.